All right, here we go. Back to the podcast. You got me, Charlie, and Kyle over there. How's it going, buddy?
Bonjour.
Wow, it's been a while since we've done this. I'm excited. This means football's around the corner.
Can't wait.
So we were just going to kind of go over a couple of things. We've had some big changes in the offseason, some huge changes. Obviously, we want to welcome Finney, who is the manager of Captain Cook. And also, I want to welcome David and Liz, who are the managers of DeAndre the Giant. Exciting to have two more teams. What do you think of that, Kyle?
Well, I have mixed emotions about that, being the worst team in the league. I'm happy to have them in the league, but it pushes me to the fourth pick. Not super thrilled about that.
Yeah, probably the worst.
Part of my tank, kind of screwed.
Yeah, it was the worst year to tank, eh? I'm sorry. I kind of surprised you with that one, didn't I?
I think a little bit. I think you did on purpose. Yeah, Kyle can't have the first pick. Watch this.
And then I rigged the actual lottery so that you wouldn't actually get it. Yeah, well, you can't. You've won once, so you got to work your way back up from the bottom.
It's true. But it should be fun. A new little experiment. 14 teams here and no defenses. A little bit of changes here. It should be different but exciting.
Yeah, I think the people who voted no to the defenses, I think you guys will learn to like it. I know it's weird, not having that pick that you got to draft, but on the flip side, like, I don't know, it's a weird thing. We all draft defenses like at the end of a draft. You're picking up like scraps week by week. I don't know. It's kind of unnecessary. And obviously it screwed you over, right?
Oh, always minus points, at least 50% of the time last year. But it's literally a completely random thing when you use defenses because no one actually knows. And it's completely matchup dependent, right?
Yeah.
Start whoever's playing the Jets or the Jags. That's essentially what it comes down to. Or Giants, exactly. I guess.
Yeah, the Giants. Yeah, they're although they got new coaching, right? New coaching, maybe they'll rebound.
Same personnel.
Daniel Jones does not look good though in the preseason.
He looks great today, apparently, in the split 7 versus 7, which doesn't mean anything. He's still bad. But as a Giants fan, I have to have slight optimism for Vanilla Vic.
He's always have to be optimistic, eh?
Oh
man, I almost want him to get. I don't want to get hurt. I want to see Tyrod Taylor. I feel like he might be a good player. I don't know. I feel like he might be good as a Giant. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
You're probably wrong.
So with the entry of these two new teams, we had to come up with some new rules. Try to find a way that was fair, but also a way that, helped them not be too far behind the 8 ball when they started. So they both got one keeper to kick things off. What do you think about that? How do you think that turned out?
They got two very good players. They're probably the two players I would have taken in those spots as well, because Najee Harris is going to touch the ball 400-ish times, and DeAndre Swift is the Detroit Lions offense, it seems like.
Yeah, pretty
Not
well.
Completely, but everything goes through him, it seems like.
You got Jared Goff throwing the ball, right? So
oh, yeah.
he can only throw it like 5 yards downfield anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they both made a good pick. I think the only other picks you could have argued was like maybe taking Leonard Fournette. He would be like an 8th round cost, but I don't know.
Or maybe like Kyle Pitts or something.
Or
that's more
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, more of a throw it to, because it's hard to take tight ends, and that's about when there are such valuable running backs there.
Oh yeah, and like as you can see with the keepers out there, like it's slim pickings for running backs already after all the keepers. So
big time.
They're definitely a very valuable asset to have. But yeah, I think they did great. I think DeAndre Swift's going to have a big breakout year. Apparently, Detroit's line is really, really good, so they should be able to pound the ball. And then Najee Harris should just get a crazy workload, right?
Yeah, the Steelers aren't going to be great, but Najee Harris catches, and he's always the check down.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just going to be, as long as he stays healthy, that'll be an unbelievable pick.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it'll be the kind of what Finney probably builds with moving forward for the next couple seasons, right?
Well, and his first overall pick here.
Yeah, so
he's also going to get another great player.
I love how he named his team Captain Cook just to basically get rid of any doubt about who he was taking first
I don't know. He
overall.
can still switch it up, throw us a curveball.
Maybe is there another Cook in the league that
James
he's
Cook,
trying to get? Yeah, James
the
Cook.
Buffalo Bills rookie running back.
That's
I
his
think that's
master plan.
actually what he's going
We
for here.
cracked the code. We cracked the code. Wait, isn't his picture? I think his picture is Dalvin Cook. He's really
Maybe.
trying to throw us off the scent.
It must. I can't think of anything else.
Okay, so that's a huge start for him, eh? Dalvin Cook,
Oh,
if he goes with Dalvin Cook and Najee Harris, that's crazy. And then obviously because they took DeAndre Swift, he's their fifth round, so they got lots of room to build their team. So
they can even have Myles Gaskin if they want.
oh my god, I don't even know where Miles. Did you notice I didn't put a logo? I don't even know where he is right now.
I'm pretty sure he's still in Miami. Just he's like fourth on the depth chart now because he was passed by other players who aren't great but are definitely better than him.
I guess what, Chase Edmonds is their guy now?
Yeah, I think they have Raheem Mostert too.
Oh yeah, they
So
do.
they have some guys there who no one really knows who's going to start. Well, it seems like they know, but you never know.
So overall, I think it's a pretty fair start for these two new teams. You know, they get early picks to like build their team, and they also get one keeper of who is remaining. Which I was kind of surprised that players of that caliber were left over. So they did really well. So what do you?
I like their start to their teams more than I like the starts of my team. So.
So yeah, actually, that brings us to what we should move on to here. What do you think of all the keepers? So let's take a look at the draft. You get the draft board pulled up?
I do.
Okay, so based off of what you see here, who would you say has the worst keepers?
Ooh, worst?
I know, right?
Actually,
Let's kick it off with the worst.
They're all pretty solid. Like, I don't think anyone made any egregious mistakes. Like, maybe, like, I like Derrick Henry as a player, but maybe DeAndre Swift was the
right guy.
Yeah, that's maybe what I would have done because he's a 5th round value. But you got it. Derrick Henry is an absolute beast.
Exactly.
It's just,
but I guess you could, if you were to flip it, there's no way he would got Derrick Henry in that spot. So it's like there's
and he also has Cooper Kupp, so it's hard to say his keepers are bad. I don't think anyone's keepers are bad. Like maybe the least sexy ones might be Shiitake Spew, just because.
Whoa! I was about to say no, but I think I think he is one of the best set of keepers based off of their.
I like the players, but they're not like big names. Like it's not Joe Mixon or Christian McCaffrey or Jonathan Taylor. They're exceptional football players late in the draft, but they're less sexy. Honestly, my team, I might have the worst keepers if I'm being honest. I don't know why I didn't look at my team.
I think it depends how good Joe Burrow is. If Joe Burrow is like a top 3 quarterback, that was a fucking huge keep.
I forgot to look in the mirror. It's 100% Action Jackson has the worst keepers. No, sorry, Shiitake Spew.
Yeah,
I just don't think anyone has bad keepers. That's the extent of it, I think.
Okay, so you don't want to bash any team. Okay, maybe I will do the bashing for you.
Yes.
Well, first I want to say this is the best start we've ever seen from Shiitake Spew with Javonte Williams and Cam Akers. Like he's got a great base, and they're both young.
He might have had a little bit of help. I don't know.
He was maybe going to keep Tyreek Hill, and I was like, wait a minute, you don't understand the rules, do you? So I think I kind of fixed his brain on what.
Once again, Charlie working against me, so I could not get Williams in the first round.
Oh boy. Moving on. I would say the worst based off of like value. I guess it's almost like some teams have like a really good keeper followed by like I don't love how I love how Winter gets Jonathan Taylor, but then Travis Kelce, I don't love that keep necessarily. But
that's
I guess
probably his ADP. He probably goes before then, maybe in this draft.
I guess like what are you doing? Like if he didn't take him, would maybe Mark Andrews be there? And would you rather have Mark Andrews? I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's kind of nitpicking. Yeah, I guess you're right. Like, look at the teams. Like, most of them are just value. Like
Mm-hmm.
CD Lamb in the sixth for Bryce is freaking awesome. That's
Incredible.
huge.
He's going
Um,
to carry that offense for the first half of the year.
I think I was surprised by Rashad Bateman by Andrew.
I wasn't. I think he is the number one receiver in Baltimore now.
Well, Mark Andrews is the
Okay, but
bread and butter.
on
But
the outside.
yeah, but how
And,
valuable
and
is that
well,
when
Hollywood
Lamar's not
Brown
involved?
was a top 10 receiver last year when he was healthy.
Okay, all right,
So maybe
that's
that position's valuable. I don't know.
yeah. No,
I think as an
that's
8th round pick, it's a great keep. I
yeah.
don't know what his other options were because I don't remember everyone's roster. Honestly, no. The worst keeps is Thunder Gun Express because there's 0.
But the funny thing is, that you look at his team. Like I
No, it was the right
understood.
call.
Yeah. What isn't that like? I think I saw Lou Lamoriello like tweet or something, or like some quote that like the best trades you make are the ones you don't make, or something. It's like, what, that makes no
Yeah,
sense.
that's because he
But
swung and missed on every free agent.
so in this case, it's the keeps he didn't make were the best keeps that he made. Wow,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
a what
maybe.
a what a genius. What about Gavin? What about Pittman and Etienne?
I think
Based
Michael
on who
Pittman, he could have kept higher caliber players, but he went for the value in the deep draft. Michael Pittman was a guaranteed keep because he is a top 10 receiver.
at the eighth, yeah.
And
I think
it
I think
just,
his team lives and dies by Etienne. I think because
which is the wild card to me because he's never played in the NFL yet because he was hurt all of last year. And he's the Jacksonville Jaguar. It's hard to bet on any Jaguar, but he would have went in the second or third round in this draft otherwise.
yeah, good point.
But to be fair, it does kind of seem like James Robinson's winning that job at the moment.
So he might have to wait on him, but I guess you can
Which, as
argue
a 9th round pick, it's fine.
ninth round you can wait. Yeah, so
Not a
yeah,
big deal.
but with the way our draft works, it's like if you give up on your guys like Najee Harris and things like
Kyle
that,
Pitts.
you'll never see them again because of where
Yep.
he's picking. He's not going to get that quality player again. So I don't know. You can argue it both ways. That's kind of the fun with our keepers. But then you get guys like Steve getting Christian McCaffrey as what is that, the 8th pick?
And Deebo Samuel.
Oh my god, I love Debo. Oh yeah, you know what? Ooh, Steve, look out for Steve. He's got a sneaky good team right off the start there. Ooh,
New quarterback there though, so what if Deebo's not the new guy's favorite target? Not that I think that is the case, but
yeah.
he's incredible. Everyone has the right keepers.
Maybe, or well, actually, maybe. Would you question David keeping Josh Allen in this as a second round pick? What about that one?
I don't know what his other options were,
True.
but Josh Allen is QB1,
Yes.
and he's going to do incredible things with that Buffalo Bills offense that might throw 70% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So it's hard to say it's a bad pick.
Good point.
Sure, it might be a little early for my liking to take quarterback, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wins them the league either.
I guess there's one team we haven't touched on.
Okay.
I know Winter really likes this team. The team that has, I think, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. Do you like that? Those keepers, are they okay?
Never heard of them. I don't know.
Didn't
you already know that they're incredible.
I feel like you almost had Jamar Chase, didn't you, or no?
I know, but I really, really believe in Myles Gaskin as an NFL running back. So I think I made the right choice.
That's why we're gifting you Myles Gaskin as your third key. Yeah, I honestly, like, I'm trying to keep very quiet about, like, I'm stoked about my keepers.
Well, yeah, you have 2 of the top 8 projected picks in NFL drafts.
I feel like that really snuck up on me. And I remember when I got Justin Jefferson, he wasn't. Oh, I wish I had this pulled up. I wonder if. Actually, I need you to talk about something, and then I will.
Oh, I can't do that, bud. You're not pulling up research now. Move on. We know your players are incredible. We don't have to sit here and drool over them.
Let's just remember when I drafted him, it was like, wait, what? I don't know. I didn't expect him to become what he is. So, anyways, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's a great player. Maybe it was a little earlier than expected, but that Minnesota offense, Kirk Cousins, say what you will, he slings that ball. throws so often. It usually stares at one guy. It's like me playing Madden, except the difference is he doesn't throw 38 interceptions a year.
Was
I
there
think Justin Jefferson is. I just you know what? Screw you, man. And your keepers.
was there another big name before Adam Thielen? Who was opposite of Adam Thielen?
Stephon Diggs.
Oh my God, it was Diggs.
Yeah, and then he went to Buffalo.
Yeah. Wow. And that opened up the okay. All right. I'm glad that we solved that. I do like your keep. I will say let's just make you feel a little better. I think Jalen
Mm.
Waddle is going to be a star. I remember watching in college Alabama his games on it with Alabama. Like that guy just stood out to me, and then he got hurt. He was out.
Mm.
But I
Ironic,
think
he
that
was seen on the sidelines of practice today with bandages on his legs.
oh my God, are you
So
serious?
let's bring up
No.
injuries.
Oh jeez. Well, I would
Could be
love
nothing.
to
It's
if
crazy.
Jalen Waddle is healthy. Bold take. I think he beats Tyreek Hill in fantasy points this year.
Yeah, I actually agree with that because Tyreek Hill's going to take the main coverage, and Jalen Waddle is almost as good as Tyreek talent wise, maybe even better.
Maybe better.
If you ask me,
Like,
yeah.
maybe Tyreek Hill
Especially with Tua because he already has that. He had last year and he had some college time with him, so he has a lot of chemistry going with Tua already. And
Mhm.
Tyreek's being inserted into this offense with a new quarterback. Sure, he still has all the talent in the world. He's still the fastest player in the league potentially, but still a new quarterback, new system. Sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah. No, you're right. Okay, let's move on to so we discussed best team, worst team. You didn't have a worst team. Wow.
I think we settled on the worst team was my team, but
but Jalen Waddle will be a wide receiver 1. How about
love
that?
that. No, yeah,
Okay.
I'll take that.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this year, that's for sure. With 14 teams, this is going to be a whole different animal, I think. Like
Waiver wire is going to be thin.
yeah, it's going to be thin, and it's going to be even more interesting when we're all bidding for a free agent. Like
Oh, I
after
love it.
week 1, there's always an injury, and there's some big, like some name, like a running back who's going to take over the starting duties that everyone's trying to get. Oh,
It
I
happens
wonder how
every year.
much. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully, I haven't talked to Liz and David. Hopefully they've used Fab before. I'll have to discuss with them about
Ooh.
that. Which that was one of the best changes ever, eh? Like having to bid for players rather than just grabbing them for free as a free agent. Like just
It just
doing that.
adds another layer to it. Like you got to pay attention. You got to be on top of it. You can't just pick up players for free anymore. It just
Yeah.
makes it more. I can't think of the word. It's just better.
I gotta say, while I think of it, I still am a little disappointed that people wanted an online draft instead of an
Yeah,
offline.
we all know that, but it's just a lot of people
I understand they're more
use.
comfortable.
Yeah, it's just that's all it is. Maybe you can persuade some of them at your house this year for next year. Maybe they'll love just being there and be able to put the online draft away.
Although, aren't
Who
we
knows?
We're going to your place though because we're doing a housewarming, aren't we?
Definitely.
um, I don't know if I'll.
Uh,
Well, apparently Shane has a pool, so maybe Shane's will be the next place. I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe we can just kind of every year just travel the globe.
that's a good idea.
Maybe we'll go to Finney. Finney's in Edmonton. Everyone will
That's
we'll get a PJ. We'll fly on down.
yeah, no problem. Yeah.
I guess is there any other topics? Anything else you want to discuss on our first podcast? Anything you can think of?
Nothing really. Just how I'm just really excited to get this going. Really excited for draft day. Really excited, really just to see everyone and just
I
have a
know,
good
right?
time.
It's like a good excuse to all hang out. That's one of the magical things about a draft.
Yeah,
It's kind of it's like a house party, but we're doing something else that's fun as well, which is drafting. Actually, it's probably one of the most fun things is doing a draft.
yeah. And the second best part of it is watching highlights of the players after.
I'll have Jerick McKinnon
Oh,
highlights
you have to.
loaded up. So yeah, the plan is I'm gonna have a projector obviously out back, and we're just gonna obviously have a draft board up on the projector. Then yeah, afterwards we can just watch highlights of all the players we got. Just sit there, fantasize about our football team. It's just should be a really good time.
What we
And
should talk about is the subtract. We already talked about the no defenses. Never mind.
Oh yeah, and no kickers, which I think will be new for David
Some
and
people,
Liz.
yeah.
I think they have not experienced that, which I think they'll like that a lot because that's even bigger headache.
Yeah, it's just another random position that's unnecessary, I think, in fantasy football.
Yeah, so I think we've cleaned up the rosters. That's for sure. Cool. Well, I'm also super excited, and football is just the best sport, especially because it's I don't know the games. Every game is just such a big deal, right? You got everyone playing basically on a Sunday, and then you got a couple on Monday and Thursday. But it's so easy to follow too because of that. Like I'm in a baseball fantasy league, and it's just such a grind and so much.
Yeah,
Every day you got to be on top of it. Like oh my god.
Yeah, I've never ever gotten as much into other sports fantasy leagues because exactly it's just a grind. It's every day looking at adjusting your rosters and everything. So it's just a different animal when it comes to football. You just look at it even if you want to just twice a week.
Yeah.
And just put out your best team and just have a good time.
And like typically Sundays you get the Sunday scaries. It's not an enjoyable day.
Yeah.
This just flips it upside down. Now Sundays are the best day. So it's just the best. I can't wait. So anyway, I look forward to having. It sounds like virtually everyone's coming. I think except for Riley, Bryce.
So he'll be on a boat again, I'm sure.
I think Shane said he's iffy. I think he's a maybe. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. So might have to pressure him. But I know everyone else should be there. My dad will be there. Liz and David. Yeah. So it's gonna be quite a crew. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. Anyways, I look forward to doing this again soon. Hopefully, I know Riley wanted to be a guest on the podcast, so
yeah, I think we're gonna do like a look back at all the past years, just for a little fun, you know.
Oh yeah, that's such a good idea. I love that. Okay.
Talk about how I won one time. Talk about how you've never won. I think that's just as important.
You know what? That'll become a glaring thing if I don't win in the next couple of years. I feel like I've had good teams, but I've never quite got there. Anyways, maybe this is the Leafs.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think it is your year. No. But, no, just joking.
Anyways, well, this is fun, man. I look forward to doing more of these as well. So hopefully we can kind of have at least like a weekly thing going.
Yes, we should definitely try to stick to that.
Okay. All right, man. Good chatting. Hope everyone enjoyed this.
Everybody.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.